Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Omar, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today for a very special mission. We're not just cooking, we're embarking on a quest for the ultimate summer delight. And today, we're on a quest, a delicious and vital quest for the perfect summer watermelon. The kind that bursts with flavor, the kind that makes your taste buds sing, the kind that defines summer itself. We're talking about that juicy, sweet, and utterly refreshing watermelon that everyone dreams of. We've all been there, that agonizing moment of anticipation turning into utter disappointment. You bring home a promising melon, picturing the sweet, juicy slices you're about to enjoy, only to find it pale and flavorless inside. A culinary tragedy. The vibrant red you imagined is replaced by a washed-out pink. And the taste? Well, let's just say it leaves much to be desired. But today I'm giving you the tools, the knowledge, and the insider secrets to avoid that disappointment. No more watermelon roulette. Forget old wives' tales, the knocking, the thumping, the vague pronouncements of ripeness. This is about science, observation, a little bit of detective work, and a little melon whispering. We're going to learn to speak the language of watermelons. Whether you're a backyard barbecue hero, aiming to impress your friends and family with the perfect summer spread, or a picnic perfectionist, meticulously planning every detail of your outdoor feast, these tips will make you, without a doubt, a watermelon detective. A true connoisseur of the crisp, sweet, hydrating goodness that only a perfectly ripe watermelon can provide. We'll break down what to look for, the key indicators of watermelon perfection, color, the subtle nuances that tell a story of sun-ripened sweetness, sound, the hollow resonance that speaks of juicy flesh within, weight, the surprising heft that indicates a watermelon brimming with sugary goodness, and the secret signs on the rind. The field spot, the webbing, these are the clues that separate the winners from the duds. By the end, you'll confidently pick, with unwavering certainty, the best melon in any market. From the bustling farmer's market to the crowded grocery store, you'll be armed with the knowledge to select the cream of the crop. Your summer picnics are about to get undeniably and irrevocably a lot sweeter. Prepare for a symphony of flavor that will elevate every summer gathering. Ready to become a watermelon pro? To unlock the secrets of summer's sweetest prize? Let's dive in. The perfect watermelon awaits. First, check for symmetry. A watermelon should be evenly shaped, round or oval, but consistent. Irregular, lumpy melons often mean uneven ripening and inconsistent sweetness. Pick up the melon, turn it over, and look for a smooth, uniform shape. Avoid those with odd bumps or flat spots. Symmetry means the melon got steady sun and water, leading to even sugar distribution. This is your first clue to a sweet, juicy interior. Don't just grab the first melon you see, inspect a few. A well-formed melon is the foundation for all the other tips. Start with symmetry, and you're already ahead. Let's move to the next clue. Alright, you've given the watermelon a good once-over, checked for any major blemishes or soft spots. Now comes the next crucial step in our watermelon detective work. Next, flip the melon over carefully, supporting its weight, and check the field spot, that pale patch, sometimes easily visible, sometimes requiring a closer look, where it rested on the ground as it grew. This spot holds valuable clues about the watermelon's ripeness and potential sweetness. A white or pale green spot, almost like the watermelon was shy about developing color in that area, means it was picked too soon before it had a chance to fully mature on the vine. And unfortunately, that means it will likely lack sweetness and that characteristic watermelon flavor we all crave. It's a sign that the sugars didn't fully develop. What you want, what you're really hoping to find, is a deep, creamy yellow, or even better, a golden field spot. Think of it like finding a hidden treasure on the underside of the melon. This color means the melon ripened fully, basking in the sun and drawing nutrients from the soil. It indicates that it spent ample time on the vine, developing maximum sugar content and that signature juicy texture. The richer the yellow, the more intense and vibrant that color is, the sweeter and more flavorful the fruit inside will be. It's a direct correlation. Think of it as the melon suntan, a badge of honor earned from long days ripening under the summer sun. It's a visual proof of maturity, a guarantee that the watermelon has reached its full potential. If you're faced with a bin full of watermelons, take a moment to compare field spots on different melons. It's a mini competition for ripeness. The best ones, the ones that are truly ready to be enjoyed, will consistently have that deep, buttery yellow hue. Don't skip this step. Resist the urge to just grab the first watermelon you see. Taking the time to examine the field spot is one of the most reliable signs of ripeness, a secret weapon in your quest for the perfect watermelon. The field spot is your golden ticket to flavor, your insider's guide to watermelon sweetness. Always, without fail, check it before you buy. It's a small effort that yields a big reward. Now that we've decoded the secrets hidden in the field spot, let's move on and take a closer look at the rest of the rind, because there are still more clues to uncover in our watermelon investigation. Examine the rind's color. You want a deep, dark, and slightly dull green. Avoid shiny or pale melons. They often lack flavor. For striped varieties, look for strong contrast between the dark and light stripes. A vibrant, healthy rind means the plant was well nourished and the fruit is likely to be sweet. Muddy or faded stripes are a red flag. Think of the rind as the melon's packaging. Robust color signals quality inside. Let your eyes guide you to the richest, healthiest looking melon. Combine this with the field spot and symmetry for a winning pick. Next, let's use your sense of hearing. Time for the thump test. Give the melon a firm tap with your palm or knuckles. Listen for a deep, hollow, drum-like sound. This means the flesh is firm and full of water, exactly what you want. Avoid melons that sound dull or solid. They're likely underripe or overripe. The right sound means the melon is juicy and ready to eat. Try tapping a few to hear the difference. It might feel odd in the store, but it's worth it. Combine sound with your visual checks for best results. A hollow thump is music to a melon lover's ears. Now let's check the stem. Look at the stem end, the spot where the melon was attached to the vine. A dried, brown, shriveled stem means the melon ripened naturally and is likely sweet. If the stem is green or fresh, the melon was picked too early and won't get sweeter. Watermelons don't ripen after picking, so this detail matters. The stem is a small clue, but a powerful one. Always choose a melon with a dry, brown stem end. It's a sign the fruit finished its journey on the vine. Add this to your checklist for a perfect pick. Next, let's talk about weight. Pick up the melon and compare it to others of similar size. The heaviest one is usually the juiciest. Weight means water content. A ripe watermelon is about 92% water, so density is key. A light melon may be dry or underripe. Don't judge by size alone. Trust your arms. A small, heavy melon is better than a big, light one. Lift a few to get a feel for what's normal, then choose the heaviest. This simple test can make all the difference. A heavy melon promises a refreshing, juicy bite. Combine weight with your other checks for the best results. Now let's talk about shine. Resist the urge to pick the shiniest melon. A shiny rind means the fruit is underripe. As watermelons mature, their skin becomes dull and matte. Dullness signals the sugars have developed and the fruit is ready. Scan for melons that don't reflect much light. The dull ones are usually the sweetest. Don't be fooled by looks. Dull is delicious. This is one of the easiest visual cues to spot. Next, let's decode the rind's markings. Look for webbing, those brown, web-like scars and sugar spots, which are dark, hardened beads on the rind. These aren't blemishes, they're signs of sweetness. Webbing means the melon was well pollinated, often resulting in a sweeter fruit. Sugar spots are crystallized sap, proof the melon is bursting with sugar. The more webbing and sugar spots, the better. Don't shy away from these markings. They're nature's quality seal. A smooth, unmarked rind tells you nothing. Embrace the imperfections for maximum flavor. These clues are easy to spot once you know what to look for. Now, let's revisit the importance of a dull rind. The dull rind tip is so important, it's worth repeating. A shiny rind means the melon is still growing. A dull rind means it's mature and sweet. As the melon ripens, the waxy shine fades and the skin becomes matte. Think of it as the fruit's way of showing it's ready. Compare a shiny and a dull melon side by side. The difference is clear. The dull one may not look flashy, but it's packed with flavor. Remember, dull means mature, mature means ripe, and ripe means sweet. Don't let appearances fool you. Now let's make sure your perfect melon is damage-free. Before you check out and commit to bringing that cantaloupe home, it's crucial to give it a thorough inspection. Think of it as a pre-flight check for your fruit. You want to make sure everything is in order before you take it for a ride to your kitchen. This simple step can save you from disappointment later. After all, nobody wants to slice into a melon only to find it's not quite what they expected. First, carefully examine the surface for any bruises. Next, check for any dents. These could indicate rough handling or internal damage. A melon with dents might not be as juicy or flavorful as one that's perfectly round and smooth. Also, be sure to feel for any soft spots. These are telltale signs that the melon is overripe and may be starting to spoil. A soft spot means the flesh underneath is likely mushy and not very appetizing. And finally, look for any cuts or breaks in the rind. These are all signs of potential damage that could affect the quality and taste of the melon. Remember, a little extra attention now can prevent a disappointing culinary experience later. However, it's important not to be confused with the natural webbing that's characteristic of cantaloupes, or the small, concentrated sugar spots that sometimes appear on the surface. These are actually a good sign, indicating a high sugar content and a sweet, delicious flavor. Bruises and soft spots, on the other hand, mean that the flesh is likely decaying inside, making it less enjoyable to eat. Cuts or breaks in the rind can invite bacteria and spoilage, compromising the melon's freshness and safety. So run your hands gently over the entire surface of the melon and look for a consistent firmness all around. It should feel solid and heavy for its size. Avoid melons that are sitting in puddles of their own juice. These are very likely overripe, damaged, or both, and are best left behind. Remember, the rind is the melon's natural armor, protecting the deliciousness inside, so if it's breached in any way, it's best to skip it and choose another. This final careful check ensures that your melon is as perfect and delightful inside as it appears on the outside. Don't let a hidden flaw ruin your otherwise perfect pick and leave you with a disappointing taste. Now, armed with this knowledge, you're ready for the ultimate test, bringing home a cantaloupe that's sure to be a sweet and satisfying treat. Happy melon hunting! You're now equipped with 10 proven tips for picking the perfect watermelon. Use these skills on your next shopping trip and become the hero of your summer gathering. Share your watermelon wins in the comments below. Let's build a community of melon masters. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. If you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more kitchen wisdom. Now go forth and conquer the watermelon patch. Happy slicing!